Alrighty, so just to show you what I have here, there's all of my martial art instructional videos, all of my MMA videos, and all of what I call chopsakis. They're just basically martial art movies. And like I said, most of them are from the 70s and the 80s. I'll go ahead and grab a tote out and show you here real quick. But as an example here, each one of these totes, so I've got each individual disc in a nice little sleeve, and then I've got them all in these little totes here like this. Here, just like that. So yeah, you saw my collection of DVDs. Now, originally, a considerable amount of those were on VHS tapes. I started my collection in the late 80s. Yeah, I'd probably say in the late 80s is when I actually started my collection. I do not really expand on my chopsaki collection. I don't purchase any movies, martial art movies anymore for the most part. It's just I've lost a lot of my enthusiasm to maintain that collection through the purchase of my own money on these movies. Now, that's not to say that if I come across a movie that doesn't cost me anything, yeah, absolutely. Or if somebody, you know, I used to have people we would trade and share that kind of stuff in the mid 90s and even into the up to the mid 2000s. Well, 2004, 5, 6, somewhere around there. You know, I would have people like, hey, have you seen this movie? I'm like, no. And they're like, here, check it out. And that didn't happen to me much anymore, but a lot of those were VHS tapes, and I transferred them to DVD. I actually went out and purchased a DVD recorder just so that I could transfer all of my VHS over to DVDs. Now, of course, some of them would never transfer. Some of them I could not make backups for. Yeah. But, and to be totally honest, those VHS tapes are long gone. I still do have a VHS tape player, but the tapes just don't work anymore. So now that I have them all on DVDs, what I'm attempting to do is transfer all that to MP4s. I am not educated in technology, and everybody that watches my channel knows that. I downloaded a free converter off of YouTube, and you can't see it, but it's right there, and it's on it's on my computer, and it's running right now. It does seem to work, kind of. Let me see here. Hold on. It's called Handbrake. I don't know. Anyway, that's the name of it. It was free. I downloaded it off the internet. And it does transfer a lot of the DVDs to MP4s. Now, the problem I'm having is sometimes it's not transferring them at all, and other times it's transferring, but say the video is like 50 minutes. It's only transferring 15 minutes of it or 35 minutes of it. Stuff like that, it doesn't do at all. I don't know why. It may be just because I don't know how to work the program, but it's pretty straightforward. You stick the movie in there, you hit a couple buttons and tell it where to send it, and you hit start, and that, you know, transfers it. But anyway, I'm trying to transfer all those to MP4s. Now, just to give you an idea of the task that I have at hand. My instructional videos, just videos that are instructional in nature, and I'm not talking about these aren't YouTube type videos where people were doing like 2-3 minute demonstrations or stuff like that. I'm talking about like you know, Panther products, you know, legitimate. That sounds like a bad word to use when I'm trying to compare it to YouTube stuff, especially since I do YouTube stuff. You know, produced videos for martial art instruction that are 45 minutes to an hour long, you know, things like that. I have 530 of those on various martial arts. I have a good amount of instructional videos on a lot of different martial arts. Now, some of these are martial arts that I don't even like or care for. I would give you an example, but I don't want to offend anybody. Anyway, there's particular arts like dominantly kicking arts and flashy, you know, flashy high kicking tag type martial arts that would only really be realistic in a dojo. I've got instructional videos on that kind of stuff too. I'm not personally interested in that, but on occasion I do get some good ideas, but also my collection isn't just for me. I collect to amass knowledge for everybody. So that's why I'm trying to turn this into MP4s so that I can share all of this with other people. So just my instructional videos, I have 530 martial art instructional videos. My mixed martial art videos, I'm talking about UFCs, I'm talking about cage rages, I'm talking about pride, I'm talking about extreme fighting, I'm talking about anything that you can think of. And to be totally honest, I probably got stuff that even modern day MMA guys never knew existed. I mean, I've got stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I have 448 individual discs on just mixed martial art fights. Now that's not instructional videos or anything like that. So that's just fights. Now, I stopped watching the UFC, I don't know, at 100, I don't know, 125, 130, somewhere around there. I stopped watching the UFC. I was pretty much over my MMA stuff at that point, and I just kind of just stopped it. I have a whole lot of pride. I have like I said, I've got stuff that probably some of you guys have never even seen. But anyway, 448 mixed martial art videotapes, 530 instructional videos on martial arts. My chopsakis. I like that term. I don't know why. I just think it's fun. I like that term. Martial art movies. And like I said, most of these are from the 70s and the 80s. I have 884 individual martial art movies. And I've watched every one of them. Some of them I watch a lot. Anyway, so that's a pretty good amount of videos. 884 chopsakis, 530 martial art instructional videos, and 448 mixed martial art competition videos. And I am trying to convert all of that I can to MP4s. So if anybody out there is interested and would like to contribute to the mass amount of stuff I have, that would be cool. And if anybody's interested in seeing any of this stuff, again, that's really cool. If I can get, as soon as I can get this stuff transferred to MP4s, I'm more than willing to share it with anybody and everybody. Now, I I don't want to get into copyright laws and all this kind of stuff, but I'm not selling them. I'm not making money off of them. You know, I'm not showing them in a public venue. I'm more than willing to share everything I have for absolutely no cost whatsoever. If you know, it may take a while to get this stuff transferred. I learned years ago, I never, ever, ever loan out my original DVDs anymore. I do not do that. I used to loan them out to people, and then I lost too many of them, and I do not have any other copies other than those original DVDs that I have. So unfortunately, the handful of people that misused my trust has made it absolutely impossible for me to lend them out to even my most trusted friends. So I will not lend out those DVDs that I have over there. But once I get them transferred to MP4s, I'm more than willing to share them with the world. So that's my little collection. So thank you for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and enjoy the outdoors, even if it's just your own backyard.